What's up everyone? Today we're going back to our roots and playing some Temur Rhinos in Modern. We've been playing a lot of 4-color Rhinos on this channel, and 4-color has seemed to be the best version of Rhinos. Lately there's been a lot of Temur results popping up, so I wanted to go back and give this version another shot. There's been a lot of questions about Seasoned Pyromancer and Become Immense. I'm not completely sold on it, so I wanted to go through a league and see if it's actually worth playing it in our main deck. So Become Immense is a cool combat trick spell. It's 6 mana, but for 1 green, and we can delve 5. We can give target creature +6/+6 until end of turn. So what this means is, once we get a few cards in the graveyard, which typically we'll have at least 6, which will make Become Immense only 1 green. So we can give one of our Rhinos +6/+6, and since they're already a 4/4 trampler, they become a 10/10 trampler, and this can completely catch an opponent off guard and just one-shot them. So we're only running 2 Become Immense because you don't want to draw too many, and our graveyard's not going to be that large to where if we draw more than 1 or 2, we're going to have enough mana to delve away just to make it 1 green. So by including Become Immense in our main deck, it makes combat math very tricky for us and for our opponent specifically. They're forced to play around it. They might not know if they have to put exactly 4 to trade, if they have to put more than 4 just in case we have it. So overall, it's potentially a really cool like blowout card, so hopefully it works out for us. In the other flex spot, we have 2 Seasoned Pyromancer. This was a card that was tried in the past, and it didn't really fit our deck. I've never really been a big fan of Seasoned Pyromancer and Temur Rhinos. I don't think it's what this deck is trying to do. This is more like a mid-rangey card, and this version is more of like a tempo-y aggro deck where we're not really trying to play towards the late game with Pyromancer. Yes, it can be good for redraws if we do end up getting to that point in the game, but that's not what like you're trying to play for. It's just if it happens, it happens, and you're kind of happy you have it, but you don't want to get to that point. The double red can be annoying for casting, and you're typically rarely casting it for its exile cost, getting 2 elemental tokens. That's just a bonus. But overall for this card, I think it's a weak card, but we're going to try it. Apparently people have been enjoying it, so I want to give it a shot as well. As for the rest of the main deck, it's pretty stock with all these cards. We have our forces, our cascade spells, removal, fury, footfalls. For our lands, we have our channel lands with Boseiju and 2 Otawara. We have 1 Triumph with Ketria, 2 Gemstone Caverns because this card is insane in Rhinos. We run Gemstone Caverns in every version that we have. And because we're running Temur, we can kind of splurge on a Canopy Land with Fiery Islet. For the sideboard, again, pretty stock. We have our 4 Disputes for control matchups, 4 Force of Vigor for enchantments and artifacts, 4 Endurance for graveyard decks, and we get to play Blood Moon in this version. So you'll see Blood Moon in 4-color. I'm not completely sold on it, but for Temur, Blood Moon is just perfect. It's so easy to fetch a basic island and forest and just slam Blood Moon on turn 3 and just win the game. So that's Temur Rhinos featuring Become Immense and Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm excited to see if this card can actually hold its weight. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and let's get in the gameplay. All right, match 1, we are on the draw, and this is a fine hand. We have some removal, interaction, Rhinos, and a turn 1 suspense. We're going to keep this. I have all our colors of mana here. Island into Surge Node. So this is, I forget what this deck is. We'll just lead off on Stomping Ground Suspend though. This is the, just like the counters deck. If they play like a creature turn 2, we can edit Chalice on 0. Tormod Script. All right, I'm glad we're not playing a graveyard deck. That'd be tilting, huh? All right, they're gonna put a charge counter on the Chalice. I don't remember seeing like a mono blue counters matters deck. Another Chalice. Okay, so they have a lot of mana. 3, 4, oh my God. They have the main deck other Chalice. That's so tilting. All right. I mean, we have Otawara for that, I guess, right? That's obscene. They only have, all right, now they have 2 cards in hand at least. Hopefully it's not like a payoff. They emptied their entire hand. But at least we have Seasoned Pyromancer. Nice little addition. Hopefully they don't have Thoughtcast. Okay. Or Thought Monitor. Karn. Oh, we're just getting wrecked here. Yeah, Karn's good. Looks like they have the perfect turn 1, 2, 3 play here. I don't think we can beat this hand too, especially if they go get Liquid Metal Coating. We will play out Seasoned Pyromancer next turn and see if that does anything, but most likely not. Stonebrain. All right, we'll fetch. Gonna try him here. Not looking good though. Fire, Ice. We'll play out Misty. Go get a Steam Vents. We don't really care about our life total here. Play out Seasoned Pyromancer. Discard 2 Cascades and pass the turn. So they have Stonebrain in hand. I don't know what they could name. They might name, because they have Chalice out, they might just name like Fury or something. Stonebrain cast. Let's see what they name. I mean, if they name Footfalls, all right, they activate it. And they name, I wonder if they name like a channel land. They do name Fury. Okay, it's a fine name since they have Chalice covered here. I feel like if I was them, I would just get like Bridge or something. They do play, the last card is a land. They downtick. I feel like they have to get Bridge here. They've curved out like the most perfect you could probably curve out with this deck. Yeah, there's the Bridge. Okay. So we're going to need like Boseiju in addition to this Otawara here. Ugh, late force, that sucks. We'll play out the land. I feel like we're going to need to save Otawara here. But we're definitely gonna get rid of Karn. They have no cards in hand either. So we'll just like bide our time, I think. I think that's the only thing we can do. We might like Otawara. Well, it's tough because they have Chalice, so our Rhinos are gonna get counted. I might not care about that as much as Bridge, but we definitely need to draw. We have another Otawara and another Boseiju in deck. So we just gotta hope they don't draw another payoff. But we're probably gonna like save Force mana here with Ice and Negation. And they just pass. Rhinos get countered. Again, we could bounce this and let Rhinos go. Oh, okay. Now I kind of wish we... okay. Brazen Bar is good. So we're probably gonna, we'll wait one more turn. I'm gonna bounce Ensnaring Bridge end of their next turn. We could bounce it now, get in for 4, and then pitch Force with Ice, but I don't think I want to do that. Right, they're gonna port my mana on Chalice here. Hopefully we're not giving them too much time to act. Okay, they play Bauble until they're in Chalice. That's cool. Trying to keep their hand small for Ensnaring Bridge. We will Petty Theft the Bridge. Obviously now we wish we like Otawara, Chalice, Rhinos Resolve, etc. Violent Outburst. Is there a world where we bounce Chalice, get down Rhinos, and then force Bridge? There's no way they have counter spells, right? They would have emptied their hand. I don't know what's in their hand that they're not emptying. That's what's making me nervous. But they probably would have countered that, right? If it was, they would have countered the bounce. So if we bounce Chalice now, Violent Outburst, we bounce Chalice. No, wait, we can't bounce, and I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay. For some reason I was thinking we can bounce like end of turn or something like that and then play Outburst. All right, we'll just pass. They're gonna put more mana on here, sure. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason I was thinking we could bounce and Outburst like we had, like this was free or something like that. All right, they play land. Ensnaring Bridge, we will counter that. So what sucks is that exiles and Karn can go get that back. So as long as they don't draw a Karn, they still have one card in hand. We don't know what this is. So next turn, if they do nothing, we can maybe bounce Chalice and get down Rhinos. Maybe we don't even need the Rhinos. We can use this as like a pump spell. All right, they crack. Flooded Strand. They have so much mana. Oh no, they're tapping a lot. What they draw? Oh, Upheaval. Okay. So this is like that mono blue Upheaval deck. That's okay. That's why I didn't recognize it, because it's like a random fringe deck that's gonna give us trouble here. That's a good top deck for them. So now they get to play out all their things. Chalice, Crypt, another Chalice. Oh, they don't play out. Ugh, we draw Footfalls. It's terrible. I mean, I guess we'll just play out our land and pass. Discard Rhinos. Discard Dead Gone. I want to keep our lands. I'm just gonna have to rebuild again. Another counter. So this kind of gives them a good reset. So now they get to take like an extra 3 or 4 turns just rebuilding while we're just doing nothing. All right, and they pass. Draw Shardless Agent. So we'll play the Steam Vents. I'm trying to think if I want to ice something just to draw a card. I feel like I do. I mean, they could always Chalice on 0. They have so much mana. Icing one of their mana sources isn't like a big deal. I just kind of want to cycle this. Ugh, and they draw a Thought Monitor. So now I think we're gonna have to kill this just to make it so we don't die, just the damage. And then so many artifacts that just like killing one isn't gonna be a big deal. But we'll kill this so that way we can get in more with Brazen Borrower. So Fire Thought Monitor. And this can always attack as a 2/2. Oh my god. All right, yeah, we're off the Rhinos here. Play Seasoned Pyromancer. We'll discard Footfalls, and I'm trying to think if I want Shardless Agent just as like a 2/2 or if I want the pump. I think I'm gonna want the pump because we're gonna have a lot of, wow, another Footfalls. So how many? I think we have 1, 2, 3. We have one more left in the deck, and that's, wait, no, this is the one left in the deck. Holy shit, or holy crap. Yeah, we've drawn all our Footfalls. Oh man, now they have Saga too. Not looking good. Chalice on 2. That stops Petty Theft. I guess we don't really care about that because we have Otawara. I can't believe we drew all our Footfalls here. Just like dead draws. Gone's good for the constructs. So play Footed Foothills. We're going to play Borrower at the end of turn. I'm trying to think if I should even suspend this now. And maybe we do something with... Maybe I just like save it for a... save our life total because we'd have to shock in something. I don't even know if we have a blue source with this. They play another Citadel. They pass. That's good for us. All right, we're going to cast Brazen Borrower. Oh, it's on 3. Oh, they put a... I didn't see that. Wait, did they put it on 2 and they put a... Okay. They put a counter on it and... Damn, I wasn't paying attention. That's awkward. Okay, so we did have that breeding pool. Yeah, they just put a counter on it. I wasn't even looking there. All right, so we're going to attack and then just bounce. Oh, no, wait. God, they put... This, like, wrecks us, actually. I just realized that. I can't believe Chalice on 3 is hitting us that hard. 9/9. We're just going to bounce that and get in, I guess. We're going to need to draw more borrowers. We bounce that. They are going to make another construct. I don't know what they're going to get with 1 mana, though. I'm sure they have a lot. They make a 9/9. I wonder if they have a main deck Spear. Yeah, I can't believe this is like wrecking us. Oh, Bauble. They play land. And they're at 5. What do we have here? We have 2 more fires. Oh, and this stops Seasoned Pyromancer too. Wow. That's actually insane how good this is. I'm going to suspend Footfalls, and I guess we'll pass. Our hand is entirely 3 drops, which is... And they play Urza. Yeah, we're not getting into this one. They swing in for 11. We have to chump. We chump with the token. And I guess they have like 4 main deck Chalice too. That's rough. I'm going to spin probably. I guess we probably should have did this before. I mean, we should have did this before they could spin, but just dead Urza twice. That would have been the... see what they get with this first. Core Tapper. I mean, now I kind of want to kill that. I guess we'd rather just kill Urza. Urza down. Our hand would be actually decent if this Chalice on 3 wasn't up. They play an island and then just pass. Fiery Islet. We'll just crack that. See if we get anything. Become Immense. Yeah, we're just gonna like die. We could, let's cast that, put that in the graveyard, and we can get it back later. That could have been a play we could have made sooner as well. I'm still amazed at this how much work this Chalice is actually doing. But sucks is that we have to double chump here. We got like 1 more turn, I think. We'll see if we can cheese out with Become Immense if we ever get a chance. We'll just chump. Oh, wait, they have okay, yeah. They have Tormod's Crypts, yeah. That's crazy that this like main deck, like fringe blue deck has just everything to beat us here. So against mono blue Upheaval, we'll bring in 4 forces here. I think that's pretty much it. Dead Gone isn't very good. It kills like Surge Node, or it kills that mirror, but it's not really that important. Blood Moon shuts off Saga, but that's it. Disputes they're probably going to be bringing in some type of blue stuff. Maybe we could, like, even Fury's not that good, but we know they have Karn. We'll try that. We'll try 3 Disputes and 4 forces. Yes, we'd like to be in the play because I would love to counter. We'll keep this hand because we would keep this 6 with 3 lands and these spells. It's unfortunate that we have caverns here. So we'll just play a Misty and pass. I mean, if they have a Chalice on 0, we'll just bounce it and then Outburst. Cornucopia. Another Cornucopia. Let's go get a Triumph here. 2 Cornucopias. Another Outburst. So I'm not going to ice anything. We could potentially ice their land, but I don't want to, if for some reason they do put the Chalice on 0 this turn, we want Brazen Borrower to bounce it. Interesting. Gets defense tapped. Scalding Tarn. We'll play Scalding Tarn and pass. I want them to act first or do something before we have to Outburst. Because clearly they don't have a Chalice. They're not F6'd, so they have to have something here. Cast Footfalls. Do they have, what do they have here? Like a Spell Pierce or something? Metallic Rebuke? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Become Immense. I mean, we're just going to do this on our turn so they can't counter anything else. Just play that tapped and pass. We don't have to hold up Become Immense. They put Karn in the yard. Probably going to fire that maybe. We'll see if we can, how much damage we can punch through here. Force of Vigor, that's huge actually. So if we attack for 8, this is 8 plus 6, 14, 15, 16. That's not enough. I mean, we could just play safe and just fire this now. There's no way we can lose this game. So we didn't Become Immense is because it's not lethal. We can hold up, bounce, and we can force things too. It's pretty easy when your opponent doesn't draw anything, right? So I'm happy we brought these Disputes in for the Metallic Rebukes. Dead Gone is interesting if they have Emery. They do have a lot of graveyard stuff. Spyro. Maybe we'll do 2 Fury and take out a Spyro. So now we'd want that exact hand that we just had on the draw, so that way we can get a quicker Rhino hand, can bounce things, force things. All right, it doesn't have force, but it does have a lot of bounces and Charlotte's Agent, so we'll keep it. Typically, this hand's a little sketchy because we also have Boseiju too, so think of it as like we have 4 spells and 3 lands, so I'm totally fine with that. Probably Bubble us, yep. So we don't want to draw any more lands per se, but we just did. So we'll play out the land that they know about. Bubble goes off. We don't want them to have an Emery because we don't have any answers to Emery right now. Saga, kind of annoying. Chalice. They catch your Triumph. I'm like tempted to Boseiju this. Caverns, where's draw? That's, I think I'm honestly gonna Boseiju this. It's like aggressive, but it'll stop them from making Saga tokens. It won't let them search for their 1-drop. I think that's fine. It does suck if they do have the Chalice on 0, but we have 2 borrowers for that. You kind of hope they're banking on this Chalice doing something. And Karn, ooh, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, their hand's like similar to the first game where it's like curving out perfectly with Chalice and Karn. Stonebrain. So they're going to Stonebrain us next turn. Otawara. We're in such like a precarious, yeah, this is tough. So they're going to Stonebrain our Footfalls. We can't bounce and do this. Stonebraining takes up their entire turn, but they're just going to get Bridge again. We really need like Force of Vigor. This is like a huge play draw difference where if we were on the play here, we could bounce this like last game and then just go off and just have a good board presence. This kind of stinks. All right, so they're going to cast Stonebrain. We don't even have like Force Negation either. They play their land, play Thought Monitor. Interesting. So they're not going to Stonebrain us. They down tick Karn. Probably get a bridge. Something, I guess. I don't know. Like metal coating. So end of turn, Petty Theft, Chalice. We will just get a Breeding Pool. Violent Outburst. Definitely going to shard this here. Because shard this gets a creature down, gets a bunch of bodies down. This is a good pump spell. If they want to like Stonebrain us, I feel like they should have just Stonebrain. I feel like that was a little loose. And we have a lot of land, so if they try to like coating us, Urza, ugh, man. Now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I feel like they should Stonebrain. They're probably going to Stonebrain Force of Vigor, to be honest, and then we're just pretty screwed. Chalice on 0, Stonebrain. But yeah, this deck we have a tough time beating this like perfect curve unless we draw exactly Force of Vigor. They name Fire. Wow, interesting. I guess like they don't know our hand, so they want to get Fire out from our hand to stop from killing Karn. That seems pretty loose. I don't know. Knowing what this board state looks like, and if we lose to them Stonebraining Fire, feels pretty bad. All right, they play Coding. They take up on Ketria Triumph. So we are going to kill Karn here with a Brazen Borrower. Play the tapped. Become Immense. Okay. Not bad. And play out Gemstone Caverns. So we kill Karn. Actually, wait. Man, if we had 5 mana, we could bounce this and go off. That'd be so nice. This is 10. It's not lethal either. It's so close. Just gotta hope there are other card. We gotta hope they don't have another Karn in hand. If they do, we're kind of boned. I think we Petty Theft the attack Karn, attack them, attack them. So we're doing this way because if whatever they do, we're gonna become Immense something. If they think they can protect Karn. If they do try to protect Karn or just chump block, we can become Immense something. They don't know we have this yet either, so it's a pretty decent top deck. So if we can get Karn and Urza off the battlefield, that would be huge. All right, they are blocking. All right, so we're gonna become Immense this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So get Urza off, kill Karn. We do use to become Immense, which is fine. And then we'll pass the turn. So they're at 13 with 3 cards in hand. We have a pretty decent board state. Again, if we gotta hope they don't have a Karn. Emery, they mill over another Thought Monitor. Surge Node, okay. And a land, okay, they're empty-handed. So if we swing out, this is lethal with Violent Outburst, so they have to block. They're probably just gonna block with Thought Monitor, because they know we have Violent Outburst. Can't believe they named Fire with Stonebrain. Looking at their hand now, that seems pretty loose. And they pass the turn. Come on, good draw. Seasoned Pyromancer. I mean, we're just gonna attack. They do chump. So they have no cards in hand. They could Emery back a Thought Monitor and draw 2. I think I'm gonna bounce Emery with Otawara. So if we bounce Emery, they can't get anything back. They have to top deck something this turn or they lose. So they have 1 turn to draw something because we have 8, 9, 10 trample damage. All right, and they go to their turn and they concede. Sick. So yeah, so they needed to draw just something. I guess they probably needed like Karn Bridge or something. That was probably their best draw. But all right, match 2. And this is a fantastic hand. We have turn 1 Footfalls, turn 2 Bounce, turn 3 Cascade, and we have 3 lands. Can't ask for a better hand than this, depending on if they have early aggression or not, and we want like Dead Gone or Fire. Opponent mulligan to 6. They keep 6. They go Plains. Okay. So we're just going to assume this is Hammer. Another Outburst. Play Stomping Ground. We could always just get a Forest here. That's also another consideration. Sigarda's Aid. Oh my god, they have... All right. We're taking 11. Man, see, so if we had Dead up, we would have been sitting pretty. All right, so they hit us for 11 here. We draw Otawara. We're going to do this now while they don't have mana up for Blacksmith Skill. They will get the draw. Obviously, we can't pay 11, and we'll pass. So again, we are playing this because if they Blacksmith Skill, we just lose on the spot. We might still just lose because this opener is pretty sick for them. And they're shocking, and then they could probably just go like replay and then play, what's his name? 2 mana Core Outfitter. No, we're not just dead. Let's see what we draw. I mean, we'll take 1 more turn. We're 99.9% dead, but it's okay. So no, we can't pay. We have 10 power that we could throw in front of this. No, we're dead. Like we could chump and stuff like that too, but we're not gonna be getting there. They just get Shadow Spear with that and we lose. So against Hammer, we're just clean 4 Force of Negation for Force of Vigor. All right, we'll keep this hand. There's another like solid hand. We have the lands, we have the early interaction, and we have the Cascader. And that's why Hammer's like the one of the top best decks, just because of that start right there. They mulligan to 6 and just have turn 2 11 power, turn 3 just have all the good stuff. They shotgun another Esper Sentinel. Okay, we'll just get Ketria. I'm not gonna kill Sentinel right away. I'll play this out. We could kill Sentinel Because if they go, I guess we could just kill Sentinel now because we're going to end up wanting to kill it anyway. And if they have like protection again, then we'll just lose. So just getting their creature off the battlefield early makes it so that they can't like target with a hammer and Sigard's Aid. Janeth Magistrate, okay. And they only have like, I feel like every time, if you've seen all my videos, we always play against hammer decks and they always have this like 1 to 2 of Magistrate on turn 2, which is like fine, but it's annoying as hell. So maybe it's not fine. So some options are to play Seasoned Pyromancer, which I think is really weak here. We can end of turn bounce it, which I think that's what I'm going to do. And then Char this agent. It sucks because they're going to be getting constructs here. So hopefully we can draw a Force of Vigor. Gone is also an out to Magistrate. So they play Flooded Strand, crack it, sure. Hopefully they kind of like, okay, they're just going to, I assume, hold up a construct. I guess if they Stoneforge, are they going to get Cauldron? They do get Cauldron. And now this makes this so annoying because we want to kill Stoneforge. I think we have to kill Stoneforge because if we bounce this and then shard this, they just Stoneforge us and we lose. I'm assuming that, I feel like they have protection right here. Their hand can't be that good, right? Spell Pierce? Oh my god, okay, their hand is that good. Nah, we're not beating. This is like hammer nuts for against Rhinos. They had Spell Pierce for our Footfalls. They have Spell Pierce for any interaction we have. Unfortunate. Another Spyro. So Spyro looking pretty awful here. Play out our land. We need to draw a dead here. So we're gonna pitch these two. We did not. We drew a Become Immense. And honestly, I think we just lose from here. It's crazy too, because like they didn't do anything, but they didn't have to do anything because we're doing nothing. Make a construct, sure. That's weird. They're not putting a Cauldron to play. Never mind. Now they're gonna put Cauldron to play. Cauldron to play. We take 5. Sure. Go get a tap land here. I would like a Fury. Fury off the top would be good. Land off the top, not so good. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this. In theory, we could have saved a Shardless, bounced Magistrate, and cast Shardless, but I don't think that's a winning line with this. Really can't do much. I really don't want to attack into this. I think I'm just going to bounce this now to play around any protection. Protection, counterspells, the likes. All right, we'll just pass. We could hold this up as like a trick, but they're not going to be attacking with Magistrate anyway. And they can just sit back and make constructs while we draw nothing. And they have an Inkmoth. Core Outfitter. Ugh. Yeah, now we just lose. They just equip that to construct token. We'll take like one more draw step, but we're not going to be doing much. They drew very well, and we... No, equipped to Core Outfitter, sure. I mean, regardless, First Strike, Haste, Indestructible, Trample. Block with all. They can make a construct token. They could activate Inkmoth, put something in, get a damage, get a 4, and now, damn. Yeah, we just drew absolutely nothing there. All right, match 3, we finally get to be on the play, and we don't want to be on the play. 5 lands and this, I think we can do better. If we were on the draw, I would totally keep this, but on the play, not so much. This hand I will keep though. I'm gonna put back Spyro, keep. I want the early interaction. I don't mind suspending on turn 1. Get Breeding Pool, suspend and pass. One good thing about playing Temur is it's just so much easier to fetch on turn 1 and not have to worry about the rest of your hand. So we're looking for a 3rd land, but other than that, let's see. Arid Mesa, pass. Interesting. And we draw a Footfalls, shocker. We'll suspend that and pass. So we're hoping for no Chalice, no Teferi. This is probably going to get a Triumph here. Probably Xander's Lounge, I'm going to guess. Ralgren Triumph, okay. Ralgren Triumph makes me think Control, but oh, Ketria. Ralgren and Ketria, okay. I'm not going to fetch here. I'm really going to hope for a 3rd land here. Come on, 3rd land. No 3rd land. I guess we'll stop at their upkeep and tap one of their lands, keep them off 3 mana. We'll get a Steam Vents here. I want that double blue. Hopefully this will help us find a... Are you kidding me? 3 Crashing Footfalls in the top 11 cards. So welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, this is typical. Oh man, so they have blue mana open. They played a tapped Sacred Foundry. We have Rhinos coming off next turn. We should play... I'm like tempted to hold up a Brazen Borrower. I don't think... That's crazy though. I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm gonna suspend this. Could be right to hold up Brazen Borrower. We don't even know exactly what they're on. Hopefully it's not like creativity. Okay, they shotgun a Blood Crypt. Oh my god. The 1 card, literally. That's absurd. The 1 card. And we can't even like bounce it. Suspend, the 1 card. All right, we're casting Brazen Borrower. Having some weird games this league so far. It's only match 3, or yeah, it's match 3 and like this is where we're at right now. They play Scalding Tarn. They crack it. Crazy. Okay, so they are 5-color creativity. Yeah, we just lose. All right, so against creativity, we have Blood Moon and Mystical Dispute, and we will take out Fury, take out like 2 Dead Gone. Let's say take out like a Spyro, Become Immense, keep like 1 more Dead Gone, and we'll have 3 Dead Gone just in case for the Dwarven tokens. But we'll take out a Become Immense and a Seasoned Pyromancer and bring in this. It might be right to keep Spyro in because we're bringing in Blood Moons and we can pitch empty ones. And if we're on like the double red plan here, Brazen Borrower is a lot harder to cast. Yes, we'd like to be on the play. We'll keep this hand because we have turn 1. We can dispute Teferi. It doesn't have Blood Moon, but it's okay. We're going to fetch a forest here and just kind of make them play around Blood Moon though. But I think this hand's fine overall. This can be a rough matchup for us though. Suspend, sure. They play Ralgren Triumph tapped. We'll play this. So notably, we played our Misty Rainforest, which was our blue source, and got a green source. So that's a little annoying if we draw Blood Moon, but it is what it is. I'm sure we'll draw another fetch land before we draw the Blood Moon, right? Ice that down. They don't really care. They don't really have turn 1 or turn 2 play, so they're just gonna fetch Triumphs anyway. Dwarven Mine tapped. That's a good sign. That means their hand is land light. All right, so we will. There's our blue source. We'll play that. We'll hold up Dispute for Teferi. They shock that in. Where's that Teferi? Fable. Fable's annoying, but I think it's okay. So we will Outburst, cast Footfalls. Kind of wish I had a kill spell for the Goblin Shaman token. I really don't want to like bounce it like we could, because it's gonna let them eat make it. But we can always just like bounce the token or counter creativity. I'm gonna play Islet here because I might crack end of turn. They do get the loot here, so they might like discard like dead Archons, and they discarded 2 Archons. Hopefully, I mean, if they go for the persist or something, let's see. They have 7 cards in hand, which is a lot. So they have to play something here. I don't know what. I kind of want them to go big and try to creativity on like the Goblin Shaman token. They do play a land. This is going to get a Dwarven Mine. So let's see what they do here. See if they go big. If they go big, we're going to bounce the one. If they don't go big, we're going to bounce the one they target. If they try to counter that, we'll just dispute it. Hopefully it's not Fluster and it's just Spell Pierce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could X equals 2 if they want. They are X equals 1ing. Really gotta hope this isn't a Fluster. Veil. No. Man, I can't beat Veil. That's frustrating. No, they just have it all. Discard that, sack that. That's so annoying. Seiju. We just lose. Cast Rhinos. Draw a land. Play this out. I guess we just pass. If they attack, they gain 3. Yeah, we just have nothing here. Did we flood? I guess we flooded. We had like a decent hand, but I guess we're not beating just like the inevitability of creativity. And just the one Veil just completely wrecks us. We were just like really hoping they'd have like more early interaction that we could deal with like dispute, but they just attack with Archon, right? So a sack a Rhino, discard a card, go to 1. I'm just seeing, I just want to see what the next card is. They don't have to do anything else, that they can just pass. They shock that in. Stomping Ground. They have 5 mana. All right, match 4. Let's hope these games are a little better for us. And this is not a little better for us, so we're going to maul. Every time we've been on the play, we've had Gemstone Caverns in hand, which is unfortunate. They mulled the 6. Turn 1. We'll keep this. Put back Become Immense. We'll keep this because we have turn 1 Footfalls, turn 2 Ice to get another land. They mulled the 5, so hopefully we're in like the 1-2 bracket now, so we'll see how it looks. Pretty sad overall though. All right, they're going to keep 5. This is going to get a breeding pool, so that way we have Ice and Footfalls available. Suspend Footfalls and pass. They play Windswept Heath and nothing. So again, that could be anything. They know what we're on. We draw another force. So we'll play Caverns, pass. Hopefully they fetch, and then we can just Ice at their upkeep. Desperately looking for that 3rd land for turn 3. Shardless. Okay, they do crack. That's good. We can assume a Triumph here. Breeding Pool, untapped, tapped. Breeding Pool, tapped. Interesting. All right, so let's Ice their land now. Desperately need that 3rd land. We do have protection if we don't draw it. Okay, we do draw it, so that's really good. So now we get to Footfalls with protection, which is awesome. Temple Garden, tapped. Is this like 5-color Rhinos? Just doing like, there's no way, because they would have gotten a Triumph. So I don't know what this is, if it's like Druid combo or some type of combo. Bant, Control, Bant Flicker. Maybe they had like a Quaddle or something. Get foothills. We'll get a forest here, and we can get an island with the other, or we can get whatever we want with this. We will shard this, get some rhinos. So we have rhinos this turn, then we have rhinos coming off suspend in 2 turns, and then we'll just throw it back to them. So we do have we have force up. Really gotta hope that pays off here. Blood Crypt, untapped. Leyline Binding, yeah, sure. I really don't want to fight over a 1-for-1. Right now we're like 2-for-1ing them or 3-for-1ing them with Shardless. If they're gonna like double Leyline, well, they only have 1 white source, so Kavu. Oh, so this is domain. Okay. Well, this is like a big thorn on our side right here. Dead gone. So I don't know how aggressive we want to be with. I think we just chill because I want to hold up force in case they have like stub for our rhinos. I can't believe they didn't get a triumph though. That's why I'm so confused. All right, so they're paying for something. This could be a pretty rough matchup for us as well because their creatures are bigger than ours and they have like counter spells and stuff like that. They are going to attack to loot most likely. So they're going to discard probably Tribal Flames. Wow, they discarded Tribal Flames. So we're going to double block. We'll see if they want to force interaction with us. I feel like if they're attacking, they have to have like a bolt or something to, and they do. So if they bolt this, I think that's fine because we're going to end up bolting this, I guess, unless they just have like stub. So get our red source here. They could stub it. They did not. So these rhinos come off suspend. They have 3 cards in hand. I feel like they have to have, well, no, I guess they can't counter it now. They don't have stub mana or stub to pay. We draw a land, which isn't good. And I guess we just pass. I don't know what they could have. Hopefully it's just like a bunch of non-creature spells. They play land, crack it. I'm assuming they have like Scion or something. 4 mana. What is this? 3 mana? Blood Braid Elf. Ugh. So they were looking for that land into Kavu. Not good, not good. Nothing we can do about that. We need like Furies. Fury out of the board would be great. I'm gonna keep Triumph in just in case we draw it, we can cycle it. Because we have a lot of lands as it is. Become Immense. Pretty decent draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I love that Become Immense is like actually relevant in these. All right, they go to 7. Our Rhino lives and we throw it back. So we have force up. Hopefully they don't have another Bloodbraid Elf, which I feel like they have to. They're tapping mana. Their own Shardless for Tribal Flames. All right, we're going to counter that. Got to keep our Rhinos alive. They're at 7. They only have 4 points of toughness. So, all right. We could get a better top deck. The only thing better than that would be like another Become Immense. So I will say we did draw pretty well this game. Definitely drew well this game. So they're going to double block here to kill a Rhino. Did okay. I guess we do this now just because they don't have mana, or they don't have like stub up or anything like that. We'll hit them for 5, down to 2. So fire's lethal, and then just next turn swinging out. We don't have force mana up though, but it should be fine. They have 2 cards in hand. They're at 1 life. They can't fetch anymore, so fetch lands are dead cards. I don't see them getting out of this. Play Scion of Draco. Not going to do it. And they concede. Okay. Easy Blood Moon. Easy Blood Moon. So against Domain, we're going to be bringing in Blood Moon. They typically have Teferi and like Flusters and stuff like that. So Dispute's pretty good. Doesn't really get around Fluster, but it will help us with Teferi. Force is tough too because they have Teferi. They have like the burn. I think the most important part is getting these Blood Moons. So if we go 3, well, let's see. If I bring in these, Fury is like fine. It really doesn't kill much. It kills Scion, but their creatures are just so large that if we're getting to this point, Borrower can be good tempo. Spyro is medium here. They do have Ragavan, so maybe Dead Gone's good here. We'll try like that. We'll board out kind of like the red cards here. I want some Dead Gone for early Ragavans, but we're mostly looking for a Blood Moon play here. Maybe we'll do like 2 disputes. So this hand's like pretty perfect in the sense of we have Ragavan protection, we have Cascade, we have Force protection from Teferi. I'm gonna try it. We have our blue, green, red source anyway, so if we do top deck a Blood Moon, we'll be okay. It's really hard to throw this back trying to look for a Blood Moon. We draw Fire Ice. I'm just gonna play out Mountain and pass. I really want to get basics with these. You could play a fetch land and get a Triumph, but I'm really banking on drawing a Blood Moon here. But again, I feel like we couldn't throw this back. Do they not have Triumphs? I'm so confused. Temple Garden untapped. So this is going to be a coddle or, all right, we're just going to dead this now. So that was just like anti-Rhino protection. Brazen Borrower is not bad. I'm going to get an island with this and just tap down their breeding pool. This will prevent Teferi from coming down or like a turn 3 play. We could potentially hold it up for fire for like another Lavinia. I don't know how many they're running, but fire is really not hitting much. we're going to ice something in their deck. It could be a creature to stop aggression, but I think just slowing them down before we outburst is good. Another outburst. There's a Triome. Okay. Blood Moon, love to see it. Definitely slamming Blood Moon down here. And like we played out all our colors of mana perfectly, huh? Now they only have mountains. So as long as they don't draw Blood Moon. I mean, as long as they don't draw Ragavan. And they have nothing. No lands. All right, we're just going to pass. We're just going to outburst at the end of their turn. They draw a mountain. We outburst. I can't see them beating this. Just Blood Moon against this deck is just impossible to beat. They need like Dromoka's Command or Leyline Binding Plains, exactly. We draw double Footfalls, which typically I would be sad about, but we cannot be sad with this board state. Just gonna Footfalls again. Maybe they'll concede to the second one. Okay, nice. All right. So of course we draw double Footfalls, but we draw Blood Moon right on time, have protection here, have our Cascade spells. We can't complain about that. Okay, final match. And we do have Gemstone Caverns on the draw, but we have nothing else going on, so we're gonna mulligan. We have a 1-lander and nothing. I mean, this is a good hand if we had lands, but we have to mulligan again. Opponent is on 5 as well, so I don't feel terrible. We will keep this. We're going to put back... We don't know what they're on. It sucks. Because, like, you want to keep Dead Gone for early interaction, but I also want to keep, like, Spyro to refill our hand. I think I'm going to put this back and risk not having interaction. They are on 4, so hopefully they don't just like run us over with a combo or Tron or something, or Dredge. They keep 4, so it is Dredge. So I'm glad we put back what we put back. Them mulling to 4 does nothing. Like, they can easily just crush us. There you go. They got a Chill in the Yard and a Dark Blast so they get the Dredge back. Yeah, so they're already like they're fine. Fury, not a good draw. We'll just play out Misty and pass though. If we can steal match or game 1, that would be huge because we do have the endurances, but they get to Dredge this. Oh, they didn't Dredge. They just drew for turn. I guess they're missing lands. And they did draw another Violent Outburst. Have that and pass. I guess we have a lot of action. I don't know how good it's going to be against them, though. They're going to flash this back. Put some Dredgers in the yard, probably. We just have, like, nothing for this. They put a Gaze and Ghoul in the yard. They do draw a land. What do they have? I guess they're going to flash that back again? Interesting. We'll just play our Forest and pass. We'll outburst at the end of their turn. We're going to have a lot of attackers. I don't know what they're keeping on top of their Gazes. Like, they're keeping lands on top, I guess, because they should typically bottom or bin them. So they're going to flash that back, sure. We're very lucky that they're having a slow start. All right, there's an Ox and 2 Thugs. Ooh. So now they can... So they're definitely going to Ox next turn. They can mill 2... Or they can Dredge Thug, play Ox, and not look too good for us. This is where it all falls apart. They chill us. They milled Cathartic Reunion, too. So they are going to Cathartic here. Yep. We put 2 Amalgams in the yard, 2 Narcomoebas, and a Creeping Chill. So we're at 10, probably dead. So we do get to attack. They're at 25, though, just from the Creeping Chills. They get 2 Amalgams and a Ghoul. We will outburst, though. We'll play it out. But they have crazy power on the board, which we could Fury away. Get some Rhinos. It just sucks that they hit all their Creeping Chills in like the top half of their deck. Usually for us to win, they can't do that. So if we attack, we have Rhinos, 3, 4, 5. I really want to... I think I'm going to play Stomping Ground. I'm going to attack, play Stomping Ground tapped, end of turn Violent Outburst, then next turn I want to hardcast Fury as just a blocker. I don't think they have 1 Ox and they don't have Conflag in the graveyard yet. So we'll swing in for 8. They're definitely going to Ox. And we're going to have to 3, 4, 5. They've hit 3 Chill, so 5, 6. Even if they hit a Chill, we're still okay, as long as they don't hit Cathartic or Conflag. They mill a Narcomoeba. They attack with everything. So we will outburst again. I'm sure they expected this. I'm going to block. I'm trying to think if we want to block this. Like, they can sack it and draw a card, play land and Ghoul. Doesn't really matter because the game's going to be over like in a turn or whatever. If they want to sack it, they can't deal damage. So it kind of gives them that if they really want to do it. But they could like play a land. They could sack this, draw a card, play land, and just Ox anyway. So we have 16 power on the board, but they're going to be at 19. They're at 24 cards in hand. I'm pretty sure we lose this. So they do all their Ox stuff. But next time we do get to hardcast Fury if we live well enough from this. Oh no, there's the Conflag. This isn't going to be enough though. We just like really needed them to not hit Chills. They're at exactly 16 as well. If we can draw a removal spell, we win. Come on, removal spell. Yes! Removal spell. Oh man, that's huge. So if we dead this, pitch Fury, cast Fury, pitching Seasoned Pyromancer, kill these. Yes! That's awesome. What a board. Fish our wish, baby. So we're against Dredge. Blood Moon is like a weird thing. Like it could, like they're a 5-color deck, but they're mostly like Cathartic Reunion and Ox. but I think it's fine to bring in here, especially because we're going to be taking out a lot of the stuff that helped us win that game. But we're going to play on a different axis here. I really don't like Spyro here. I'd rather have a Fury. Force is good if they mulligan low and like are relying on Cathartic or something and we force that, then they just kind of lose. So we mulligan to 5, they mulligan to 4, and it was still a pretty good game. This hand is a 1-lander, so we're going to mull. Opponent kept 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh, opponent mulligan to 5. We're going to keep this and put back. Become Immense could be awesome. Borrower isn't the greatest. I don't know what we're going to like petty theft. I like the potential for Become Immense to steal the game. I'll put back Borrower. So we have turn 2, turn... They mulligan to 4 again, but again, we don't feel bad for Dredge for mulliganing because their deck's like that good. They keep 4. Steam Vents tapped because they can just Cathartic and be fine. Oh, we draw an Endurance too. That's huge. Because if they just go Cathartic or Thrilling Discovery, they're just right back in it. Oh, nothing. Okay, that's fantastic. Double Endurance. Oh my gosh. No complaints here. We're going to ice their land, add insult to injury. Want green, red, or green, blue? We'll get green, blue. I want the double green for the potential hard cast. I know our life does matter in this matchup. It can come down to pretty close. All right, so we have something to pitch. Endurance too. I don't really want to suspend this because if the game gets past this where we're, oh my god. Okay, well, fortunately we have like decent draws before these 2 draws. Cast Shard this, Footfalls. I can't see how they beat this hand though. This hand is just disgusting. I feel like if they don't draw a land here, I feel like they're gonna concede. Yeah, I'll reveal the hand too because that's like disgusting. All right, and we get the 3-2. Cool, so that was Temur Rhinos with 2 Seasoned Pyromancer and Become Immense in the main deck. So do we think this league sold me on Become Immense in the main deck? I think the card is like an interesting include in the deck. So just like any kind of cute like 1Z, 2Z card in the deck, when it was good, it was really, really good. When it wasn't good, it just did absolutely nothing. So we need to have Rhinos in play. We need to have threats in play in order for Become Immense to be good. And the times that we did have threats in play, like specifically against Kavu or any of the other creature matchups, it was pretty sweet. I definitely think they're the weakest cards in the deck. They're very high variance to where Become Immense can be a complete blowout or it can just do nothing. Same with Seasoned Pyromancer. I was very eager to just board this out a lot of the time. We didn't face many grindy matchups to where I really want this anyway, but it didn't really do too much for us when we drew it in a lot of our games. So moving forward, I think I may stay with 2 Become Immense. As for Seasoned Pyromancer, I think we can do better than this. This card was tested in the past and we didn't like it, so I'm not sure why it's being brought now. It's decent against Murktide in the grindier matchups, but I think it's a pretty weak card in this shell, and it's not exactly what we want to be doing. As for replacements for Seasoned Pyromancer, you could add back in Subtlety, you could add another Become Immense, go all in on the kind of tricky plan here. You could go main deck Endurance, main deck Blood Moon. You could do a lot of things. There's a lot of flex spots here. But overall, the core of the deck is still really powerful. Keeping these 3 colors makes fetching mana so much more easier than a 4-color. And we get to play towards our own Blood Moons, which can just steal games. So overall, Temur Rhinos is still a great deck. We'll continue to test out these flex spots. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.